Did hit a little bit of a draw. It's holding up into the wind. Go! Hey guys, David Folk here with Hardy Greaves Golf Shops, and today we're going to be demoing the Epic Irons from Callaway. I finally got my hands on a lefty here. It's a demo version, but we're going to give you an on-course review out here at Falcon Crest Golf Course, as well as some real ball data coming at you. So, let's go putts around. Hit the ball! Boom. Let's get into a little geek speak here about the Callaway Epic Irons. These obviously have gotten a lot of hype for how expensive they are. Currently, when the time of this video, they're about $250 a club. If you get a set of 8, that's around $2 grand. So it is quite the high price point, but they have said that they've put a ton of technology into this without any sort of price restraints. In here, they have the exo-cage technology, which pulls the weight off the face and allows it to put it lower and further back to help get the ball launching up in the air a little bit more. It also has the next generation 360 cup face technology, and it also has this thing that I have to read it because I can't actually say it and remember it. It is the metal injection molded tungsten infused standing wave to optimize CG location. Whew! You can't make that up now, can you? I'm not sure quite how to test that here on an on-course review or in a dry ball data test, but let's get on the course and see how she feels. All right, guys, we're out here at Freedom, hole number 1, and we're going to be giving the Epic a hit. You know, looking down at the ball, it reminds me a lot of the steelhead itself. It's not like there's too much difference when you see it. It has a thicker top line, thicker sole, a little bit of an offset right there. It doesn't shock me that it's not too far off from that. I am 200 yards out. It's right behind you, so I am going to try see how that works. Looking at the steelhead when I reviewed that, it did have that same next gen 360 cup face, so I am going to play further back just to compensate for that. We got a little wind. I'm on a little bit of an upslope here, so I think it's going to draw me with the wind's help. Let's give it a try, see how it is. It did draw me. It felt fantastic off the face. That is literally right at the pin if it's the right distance, and way too long, way too long. Let's get up there, take a look, see where it ended up. All right, guys, we're out here at my Callaway ball. Here is where it ended up. There's the pitch mark. And then way back here is where the ball landed on the side of the hill, rolled up here, way up here on that side. So you can see it flew at, probably 205 yards or so, hit the green. The green's pretty hard, bounced up here on the side of the hill. So I'm not surprised considering the 360 cup face technology that it has, because the steel heads were super long as well. But it felt fantastic, had a nice little shape to it, exactly the trajectory and position that I was hoping for. Just flew it a little long. That may be the wind as well. So let's try this out on hole number 2, see how she flies there. All right, out here at hole number 2, and we're going to be giving the Callaway Epic a hit. I do like the way this looks. It has the carbon fiber here, which actually feels like carbon fiber. The weight's not too big here. It looks nice. The weight is actually really nice too. Let's give this a hit. I am 200 yards out. The wind is blowing literally right into my face. I don't know how it's gonna fly, if I'm gonna get it there. I'm gonna aim to the left side, and let's see what happens here. Hopefully I clear it and make it onto the green. Did hit a little bit of a draw. It's holding up into the wind. Go! I don't know. I don't know where it went. Let's go up and take a look. Looks like the Callaway squeaked onto the green here. Here it is. There's the pin way over there. I didn't know if it was actually going to be enough club. I didn't catch it super duper solid, but it did draw around. I have to say it's got to be the low spin that was able to cut through the wind with the draw that was there that allowed that to take place. So overall, the result based on the strike and the conditions, super happy. Great job, Callaway. All right, out here, hole number 3 on the Freedom course. This is the 171 par 3. We're gonna give a 3/4 swing here with the 7-iron of the Epic. The wind is hurting and blowing a little bit to my right to left, so I am gonna have to try keep this one a little low so it doesn't hurt me too much. Let's give it a try. Oh, I nutted that sucker and I pulled it to the right. That is not gonna be great. I think that's gonna be way long. That might be long. I pulled it to the right a little bit. Let's go up there, take a look, see where it ended up. You can see right there, well, maybe you can't. Here, let's come over this way. You can see I smacked it right in the middle right there. Let's go take a look. All right, guys, out here at my Callaway tee shot, you can see I ended up here, and there is the pin. That actually isn't too bad. I was expecting a little worse than where that ended up. I thought it was going to hit and just keep running on forever. So I'm surprised that it kept going for as crisp as I hit it. It did have a higher trajectory than I was anticipating, so it might have got held up in the wind and just dropped straight down. I couldn't keep the ball very low, but that's to be expected from a game improvement club, especially from a maker like Callaway. That's basically goal is to have a high launch, low spin condition. So that's what I'm seeing with this iron, but the end result actually is very good. I was very impressed with how this turned out. All right, guys, we're out here at hole number 4. There is a 200-yard marker right there. We're gonna give the Callaway one more hit. We're gonna do the rough test here. We're gonna squish it down there, see how it flies. I am on a little bit of an upslope and a little bit of an upslope this way. The wind is hurting just slightly right to left. So let's see how the Callaway does in these conditions. This hole usually plays shorter than it is. I may catch a flyer out of the rough, I'm not quite sure. So I think it's all gonna equal, hopefully, the right distance. Oh, I hit that terrible off the toe. I'm gonna have to hit another one. That was a big old push. I hit that way, 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 way out here. Let's hit another one. Give us some real ball data here. Get it down there in the rough. Terrible swing. That was a better hit. A little bit of a draw coming around. Just rolled off. Hopefully I didn't go into the water. You can see much better hit right here in the middle of the face. Let's go take a look, see where it ended up. We're out here at my Callaway, my first epic swing. You can see it ended up right here. There is the pin over there. Like I said, it was a toey push. So I'm probably 25, 30 yards off to the left. The wind also pushed it a little bit because it was a toey push. The wind's blowing from my right to left. So not a terrible, terrible result from a very poor swing. Pin high, just pushed it. Let's go see if we can find the other Callaway Epic ball that we hit. Ah! There is the second shot right there. There is the pin over there. That actually is not a great result. I would probably hopefully get free relief from the gopher hole. But as we look at the distance again, That's actually pretty close to the same distance, just a little bit closer to the pin. I pulled it, I actually hit a nice little draw, kicked in the front, and just obviously rolled this way because I may have caught just a little bit of a flyer with a lack of spin is really what I'm saying. It's just, it didn't spin as much to stop and hold on to the green. Let's go take a look at some dry ball numbers to actually check out the spin, the launch angle, and some other information. Now, I'm looking at the data here for the Callaway Epic Irons. We can see right away that my club head speed was 94 on average, 94 miles an hour, and my ball speed was 126. That's fairly typical for where I'm at. As I swing, as you guys have seen from previous videos, my launch angle is around 20, which is slightly lower than, let's say, a player's iron. A player's iron launches a little bit higher, so for game improvement, that's actually pretty close. My backspin RPM for a 7 iron is just under 6,000, which is actually pretty low for a 7 iron for me. So this is launching a little lower than typical or average for game improvement iron and spinning less. I average right around 7,000 with my current 7 irons, so that's about 1,000 RPMs less. So it's gonna fly and take off with no real control that I can have, I feel like, with the ball itself. We can also see that I have a slight little draw. I hit a little bit more of a hook, which caught the flyer. At 4,900 backspin, the last shot I hit, which I carried 214 yards, which, you know, I think with these kind of clubs that have low spin, you are going to hit some of those sometimes. So that's something that you do need to also be aware of as you're demoing this and as you potentially purchase these Callaway Epic irons, that you might actually just get an anomaly that flies 15 yards further than your average of whatever you're expecting. My average carry is right around 200 at 199, and you can see the total yardage with the roll is 213. Let's get back to the course. So the Callaway Epic Irons, I'm not super enamored with them. They do have a high price tag that we talked about earlier, about $250 a club or $2,000 for a set of 8. I don't see the innovation and see the difference in feel, flight, workability, forgiveness. I don't see that compared to some of the other clubs like the Apex or even the Steelhead when it comes to that. You're going to be buying a $250 iron or $2,000 set of clubs because A, you can afford it. B, you want to be able to have this set. It's similar to, let's say, a Land Rover, Range Rover, or a Rolex, or, you know, those type of status symbols. That's kind of the goal you're looking for, is having and being able to show off that kind of stuff, which isn't necessarily good or bad. I think you guys need to go out and try them out. You know, it's like putting on a Rolex watch or going to the Range Rover dealership and hopping behind the wheel and checking it out just to see what all the hype is all about. You know, go to your local pro shop, try it out, see what you think. You know, is it the same? Is it any better than what you guys have? Go ahead and let me know. Put that in the description below. I definitely want to hear that. Have you tried them out? Do you own a set? Let me know. I'm curious to hear why you guys purchased it, what kind of improvements you saw, or what was the reason behind you guys buying that set of irons. I look forward to hearing from you. While you're down there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. As always, there's a little bell icon that you can click that will tell you when I post clubs, as well as give us a thumbs up. We want to hear from you guys to let us know what kind of videos and how our videos are doing. Thanks again for watching, and we'll chat with you next time.